the sake of having their voice be heard in chat. Yeah, you can deliver whenever you want, but you won't make money unless it's during peak times, thus canceling out the flexibility. Yeah.
Tate is currently the most viral person in the world. More people are searching for him than Kim Kardashian, the NHL, Joe Biden, and the entire country of Romania, which is where he currently resides. He gained over 2 million followers in the past few weeks, and that doesn't even represent how much dominance he's had over all of social media in the past few months. Why? Well, every couple of years, social media gets introduced to...
That's why I get annoyed with people being like, bro, I can't believe you platformed this man. Bro, he got 2 million fucking followers on Instagram over the course of like a couple months. The fuck do you mean I'm platforming him? He's platforming me, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
A new self-proclaimed alpha male, red pill finance expert who flaunts his lifestyle and work ethic, who is idolized by a community of other males online. But Andrew is not just a typical phony that's pretending to be something he's not for a little bit of YouTube views and Instagram followers. He really is a multimillionaire. He really is a kickboxing world champion, but he's also accused of being a money-laundering Romanian mafia ally who runs a global sex trafficking business while selling his Make Money Fast course dubbed...
Tate has not been back on Twitch since I dumpstered him, which is weird, by the way. I wonder why he stopped. Your date got me tens of thousands of viewers on YouTube. Thanks. My date?
Hustlers University to his millions of followers. Most videos covering Tate just focused on the surface level stuff he says for views.
If my chick said I want to do OnlyFans, I'm like, all right, then cool, go do it. How much you made? 10 grand. All right, give me 8. All right, cool.
Why would, what woman is going to give you 8 grand?
Because you're my woman. You're doing OnlyFans. You're selling my product.
Your product.
Yes, correct.
She's not
Next question.
No.
That's the world we live in now. Females are entitled and fucking lazy.
Another thing I learned is that women are only loyal to the dick they're sucking.
He says these shocking and bewildering...
Thank you, Padfoot Mutt, for the 10 gifted subs, and thank you, Chozo, for the 5 gifted subs.
Ideals to get a rise out of people. Those reactions, whether they're good or bad, lead to more views and obviously fame and followers. A strategy as old as time.
I know exactly what I'm talking about all of the time.
The funniest part about this is the never-ending phenomena of people saying, like, you say crazy shit to fucking get scrutinized and then get a lot of followers. Like, that is a business model, right? And I am no stranger to getting emotional and sometimes fucking saying things that maybe I could have worded a little bit better, right? You know? The difference, however, is that when I say that, yeah, sure, I get a little bit of I get a little bit of a boost in audience once I'm done being fucking canceled. Whereas if you're saying things that are reactionary in nature, that cancellation rarely ever fucking comes, okay? Unless you're like straight up a Nazi, in which case it'll come, but like 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line, after you've made a lot of money. That's the main difference. Like the only time Greek God X got any meaningful amount of social movement in the past like 3 years, okay, or the past 2 years since he had a fucking heel turn to become like way more mask off reactionary, was when he said the brave thing he said the other day. There are only 2 genders. He got like 10,000 likes on that. How are you going to sit here and be like, oh man, it's such a fucking crazy thing. Oh man, people are just like attacking me for being edgy. It's like, no, you get a lot of clout for doing that.
He isn't playing a character, he does believe what he says, but the way he says these things is calculated. You can find hours and hours of content where he sits down and talks about things like, should you let your girlfriend go to the club? And can your girlfriend have a guy best friend? But I want to go deeper. Where does this behavior come from? Why does he have all these shocking allegations against him? Let's take a look at the dark side of Andrew Tate. Andrew's father, Emery Tate, was described by his peers as somewhat of a superhero. He was a staff sergeant in the US Air Force. He was fluent in Russian, Spanish, German, and English, a martial artist as well. But most notably, he was a chess international master who had many victories over grandmasters. A grandmaster is the highest level you can achieve as a chess player. To this day, the chess world is confused why he was never officially a GM when he met all of the qualifications. Emery was a trailblazer and inspiration for black chess players around the world. Unfortunately, chess doesn't pay the bills. Emery was
From what I understand, he was kind of a dickhead, though, in his personal life as a father, for the record. Or at least the way that Andrew Tate describes his father makes him seem like a gigantic dickhead.
was poor. He competed in tournaments and pickup games in the park for money to get to his next location or next meal. He raised his 3 children to think like him. Think of life like a chess match. Every move is calculated, knowing what 1, 2, or even 10 moves will come after that. Emery was nomadic, multicultural, and free. He encouraged his children to be the same way. Andrew grew up in Gary, Indiana, notoriously one of the worst places in America. He took a liking to chess. At age 5, he was an Indiana state champion. At 6 years old, he was playing against 3 10-year-olds and winning. Then at age 11, his parents got divorced, and his mother moved him and the kids to Luton, England. This is where he would grow up. Living with his mother meant that he no longer had a chess coach. He no longer spent 3 to 4 hours a day with his dad learning strategy. All he had was his younger brother Tristan, which altered his life path immensely.
What evidence do you have that Andrew Tate's father was a dickhead? Andrew Tate, like, look up Andrew Tate father, and if you see any fucking TikTok or any sort of video where he's like describing his dad, like I saw one because my entire fucking feed is cluttered with Andrew Tate shit. I watched one where it was like he was talking about how his dad came over to visit them one time, and like his mom had gotten him a haircut, and he was just fucking screaming at the mom like, I'll just show you here if you want to see fucking daddy issues. Shouts out to Joe Rogan. You know? Where is it? Andrew Tate dad haircut.
First time I've seen my dad in a year. He gets in the house. He's in the house for about 5 minutes. And my mom's like, yeah, I took him for a haircut, Emery. I didn't like the way they cut their hair. And my dad's like, what? And then I'm like, yeah, I don't like how they've cut it. And my dad went nuts. My dad went, you're raising my boys, talking about how their hair looks. They're 10 years old. You got them looking in the mirror like girls. Talk about their hair. What's wrong with you, woman? You're going to my boys up. And he lost his temper big. First time I've seen my dad in a year.
This is the shorter version of a longer clip. 145,000 likes on this, by the way.
He picked up fighting around age 15, which became his new passion. Fighting and chess are similar in 2 ways. Each sport is a one-on-one battle between 2 people. There's basically no luck involved. Every move, movement, punch, and piece move needs to be calculated. Your opponent must react based on your choice. The biggest difference is that fighting is obviously physically demanding and mentally challenging, whereas chess is only mental.
He's not wrong. Dude, that's what I mean. That's like, dude. No matter where you go, there's always people that are just like hyper reactionary, especially when it comes to gender shit. And immediately their defense is, oh, you're a pussy. You're a soy boy. You must be gay. If you think that like, caring about like your child's hair is exclusively a female trait. You know what I mean? It's like so many dudes respond to that, go, yeah, that's great. Actually, that's normal.
Because of his chess background, he was already mentally ready. As he grew tall and strong, he obeyed his trainer and worked to become a 6'4", 200-pound kickboxing mixed martial artist. In the early 2000s, he fought in an MMA league and a kickboxing league. He had a 3-2 amateur record in the MMA Ultimate Warrior Challenge in the UK. In his pro MMA debut, he knocked out Shane Kavanaugh. However, he stuck to kickboxing since he made more money from it. In his International Sport Kickboxing Association career, he lost his first 2 fights, then went on a 4 consecutive win streak before getting a title shot against Paul Randall in 2009. He won the Cruiserweight Championship in this bout, then he defeated Daniel Hughes for the IKF Cruiserweight title. But before social media dominated our world, someone like Andrew had to resort to more classic media like radio and TV to get his name out there and promote fights. Around 2009, he explored the world of reality TV. The Ultimate Traveler was the first show Andrew appeared on. The concept was 6 amateur backpackers competing for $12,000 by trying to navigate Indonesian challenges with no knowledge of the country. On this show, it was clear Andrew was the same guy he is now, just not a millionaire.
Me and her have completely opposite trade-offs, and she wants the executive class and you know, and a nice hotel, etc. And she expects me to front that with my travel of the week money, but I'm not going to. Chloe's really broken. She keeps dropping hints, but it doesn't matter how many hints she drops. I'm not going to spend money unless I want to.
His brother Tristan, who had a very similar life path, was on Shipwrecked, an island survival reality show. The two became go-tos in Europe reality TV for producers that needed tenacious and cocky young men. He got a shot at the ISKA World Light Heavyweight title on a 3-day notice against Frenchman Jean Benoit. He lost. However, his team submitted a video of the fight and demanded a rematch, in which he was granted, and won the second time by knockout in the 8th round, making him world champion for the very first time.
This is Andrew Tate. I am the ISKA Kickboxing World.
Andrew Tate's the only 6'4" dude I've ever encountered that has like the most manlet energy.
Champion, the ISKA World's most amazing person.
You gotta wonder where that insecurity is coming from. You know what I mean?
Funny, tall, muscly.
By the time he was 27, he had multiple world titles and successfully defended them. He had a number of different fights in different leagues all around the world, such as Infusion Live, IKF, and ISKA.
This is a world title, and this means that I am the best kickboxer in the world. Now, because I'm so cool, I actually have 2 world titles at 2 different weights. So while you're best in the world at nothing, you're not even the best in your town at anything, I'm the best in the world twice.
Andrew knew he was losing the love for fighting, but he was clearly worried that his life would spiral out of control if he didn't have enough money to keep him from being bored.
If I had enough money to constantly entertain myself, unless I'm a billionaire.
Two things. It was funny that he said you're a fan because you did your research before you speak, and that you being professional. The second thing, he started the trend by admiring Jordan Peterson, copying him, and market it for his street vibes. You know, because he's interested in his daughter. Yeah.
I need something that keeps me focused and keeps me occupied in life.
It was time to build his empire. In 2015, he quit fighting to solely focus on making money. He sat down with his brother Tristan and said, "How can we get rich?" They spent countless hours on YouTube, researching the Federal Reserve, banking institutions, inflation, investing, and how money works. One day while scrolling through the internet...
And then they arrived at being a digital pimp? Like, what do you mean? You didn't have to do all that to fucking figure that out. You know what I mean?
...saw an ad, Talk to Live Girls Now, which brought him to a live stream where you can communicate with a real woman. He immediately realized the opportunity of creating a webcam business because he conveniently had 6 girlfriends in different countries. Evidently, being a world-class athlete gets women very interested in you, even if you aren't rich. He told them all to fly to London because he had a business.
I think this might be a dick riding video. No, I don't. I think Patrick CC is very good. I don't think Patrick CC is just gonna fucking pop off and ride Andrew Tate. The reason why you think it's a dick riding video is because you're not like, look, it doesn't change the reality that he actually fucking worked at a certain point in his life. He worked without like I don't know, potentially doing a Saudi Qatar style passport taking webcam scheme for you know, girls that wanted to do webcam stuff in Romania.
His proposal. When they got there, they all looked at each other shocked. 2 of them felt betrayed and left. 4 of them heard his business plan, and only 2 of them stayed. So it was just the Tate brothers and their 2 girls. The girls would do their thing on camera, chat with the men. They had a keyboard that was unplugged, but Andrew would sit behind the computer off camera and talk to the men in the live chat, pretending to be the girls, and they would do things or say things in exchange for money. He said he was generating around $3,000 per day.
And once the girls learned they could do it themselves, then I thought, I need some more chicks.
In order to grow his business efficiently, he needed to hire women who would offer themselves for his service, but not have the ambition or expertise to build a website, run ads to get traffic, and converse with men online, maintain their finances, pay for the internet, and all the overhead that goes along with running an online business.
A cam girl is much more a therapist than she is a porn star. Like, she can make so much money from showing her. startups, whatever. But she makes the big money from making these guys like her, being funny, banter.
Basically, he was building what exists on Twitch today in the hot tub section. At his peak, he had 75 women working for him at 4 different locations. However, this was a huge mistake, according to him.
75 women worked for me at the peak of it all. But that was a mistake, because when you have a bunch of girls working for you like that, the only way you can motivate them is with money. When I started, the girls worked for me because they loved me.
Bro, you're literally describing grooming, dude. That's like, you know how people fucking get mad at me because they say, like, Hasan, you're not understanding, you're failing to comprehend that, like, sex work is like exceptionally exploitative as an industry and all this shit. Like, no, he's doing it. Hey, Swerfs, he's doing the thing that you get mad at me for. Here I am, Swerfs, recognizing that is fucking immoral, okay? That is fucked up. That's wrong. So, to all the psychotic Swerfs in my fucking replies, in my QRTs, this is the guy, not me. This, okay? I defend consensual sex work, okay? I defend best business practices for consensual sex work. The ones that make sure that people that want to do this can do it in a safe manner, okay? Holy fuck. Wait, so Tate was chatting up dudes, Lamau? Gnome Chomsky, the likelihood that you are talking to a random dude in India every time you think you are talking to a OnlyFans girl that is living in Arizona or whatever is 130%. Do you think that girls on OnlyFans, especially at the highest level, are directly talking to you? Do you think they're actually typing to you? Of course not. That's not how that works, man. And by the way, those services are also exceptionally exploitative usually as well. Like a lot of those modeling services are really, really, really fucked up.
Right? That's the old school pimp game, isn't it?
Downsizing to just 8 women, 4 of which were his girlfriends, and 4 were his brother Tristan's girlfriends, was when they all worked together to make the most money they ever had. Since they were all motivated and, in his words, in love with him, they were able to generate $400,000 per month with his online cam business.
Bro, they would fucking... Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I have friends that do OnlyFans, right? I have friends that do OnlyFans. I've seen the messages, okay? There is no fucking way that they should even respond to those messages. You would go crazy. You would literally lose your fucking mind. The shit that dudes say to these women because they think there's a transactional fucking, objectifying purpose between the client and the provider. Oh my Lord, dude. You go crazy. There's no fucking way. I think your sex work take is strange because you portray yourself as some sort of giga chad, fornicates women all the time, especially during the top of the hour break. Fuck you! Oh, especially during the top of the hour ad break at the top of each hour, avoidable by subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Fuck yourself. No, girls hire people to message back for them. Yes. Timothy Champagne, I make almost 100K a month off of OnlyFans, and I never respond to DMs. Lamau. Damn, Timothy Champagne, 50 gifted subs. You make 100K a month off OnlyFans, and you're only fucking gifting 50 gifted subs? What is this bullshit? Timothy Champagne is the reason why you don't have a gifted sub. At the top of the hour, nonetheless. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Or by getting gifted a sub. By the likes of Timothy Champagne with 20 gifted, or the Zin with 10 gifted, or Rocco Tansky with the 5 gifted, allowing 5 people, 10 people, and 20 people, respectively. Or Val Uwu with the 5 gifted to no longer see the ads. What the fuck? Which is crashing on my end. What is happening right now? Creator dashboard. Okay. Lino, thank you for the 5 gifted as well. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Cat lives in a truck. What the fuck is that? Say Blamo with the 10 gifted.
that when a girl worked for me, it was 50-50.
So the girls who loved me and worked for me,
Cool.
my main
Thank you for the
girlfriends,
10 tier 1 gift.
they get probably around 20% of their money. I'd keep 80% of the money they made.
That's so fucked up. The fact that, okay, here's another thing I'm going to say. Okay? Sex work, exclusionary, radical feminists will catch the smoke in this one. You are part of the reason for why people like Andrew Tate can get away with this shit. Because no one advocates for sex workers' rights. So people can openly fucking state that they're digital pimps that are grooming their fucking workers, that unironically are taking 80% of their fucking income, okay? And no one cares. Why? Because no one advocates for them. They think that what they're doing is like not valuable. They think that what they're doing is like morally degenerate. It's so bad. It's Zeph, and by the way, I'm gay. Thank you for the 5 gift subs.
Some people immediately look at this and think, well, he's a pimp, insinuating that these women are afraid of him, and he's forcing them into doing work that they don't want to do.
People have this idea that, oh, you're a pimp, you just get these girls, you say, work, and they're scared of you, and they just work. It's bullshit. I was doing this in London. A girl could have walked out the door any day, called the police on me.
Yeah, by the way, why does he acts like what? Like modern pimps on the street don't exclusively use physical intimidation to subjugate their sex workers. For the record, like they don't just do that. They literally do what Andrew Tate is describing. For the record, they do that. They do what he's saying, which is they bring them in with love and affection and groom them.
Any day. And they didn't. They wanted to be with me because they genuinely understood that their life was better if they obeyed me.
Olivia, Jesus Christ. I was the second man she ever in her whole life, man. It hurt her at every moment that I was doing it, but it felt good for me, so who gives a shit?
Andrew uses strong words like obey me, which is what tends to get him in trouble a lot. His strong diction indicates he is totalitarian and dictator-like. But some people argue that he just speaks as clearly and directly as he can. If he said, my girls trusted my ambition and leadership, people might not be as shocked. But when you read what he wrote on his website, it insinuates that his girlfriends were coerced into working for him, and maybe didn't leave because of fear. I've had over 75 girls work for me, and my business model is different than 99% of webcam studio owners. Over 50% of my employees were actually my girlfriend at the time, and none were in the adult entertainment industry before they met me. Sadly, in 2015...
Dog, that literally is not like if you think that that's a good thing, when you hear what he's describing there and you're like, oh man, he's such a fucking legend. Deleted that, by the way? Yeah, he probably later recognized how fucking gross that shit is. Superman fan 35, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Anyway, if you think that that's like actually cool or good, like you got a lot of fucking growing to do, okay?
Emery Tate passed away unsuspectedly during a chess match in California. He was 56 years old. May he rest in peace. Now retired from fighting, he needs to occupy his time. He gets invited to do the show Big Brother UK for its 17th season. The format of the show is very similar to a typical reality series. A bunch of contestants in a house. They have to do challenges to maintain a status in the house. One person gets voted out each week until the last person ends with a cash prize. But we all know the challenges are like 10% of why people watch, and 90% is for the drama, relationships, toxicity, and chaos that comes with strangers living together. After just 7 days on the show, he was booted off. Andrew says it's because the producers were afraid of a physical altercation taking place, in which obviously Tate would destroy the other men in the house. However, there was a video made public that shocked a lot of people and got him kicked off the show.
You message one other guy ever again, whether we're together or not. You understand me? Do you understand me?
Did I say the word listen?
I've never seen that one. I've seen some of the videos. One of the girls in the video, for the record, happy birthday from Ms. What does that mean? One of the girls in the video is actually someone who is Miss Kid saying happy birthday. Thank you guys. If Miss Kid really fucking loved me, he wouldn't be streaming his Camp Canoe today, and he would raid me instead. Okay? which is what I texted him this morning. Did he raid me? No, I literally texted him that this morning. Wait, what was that conversation? Here, I'll read it. He said, happy birthday. I actually love you. Not right now. You're at 20K. I just started you, motherfucker, is what I responded. He said, Dream just starts with 100K. What's your excuse? I said, I do politics. He said, so does he. But seriously, happy birthday. One of my faves on this garbage platform. I'm not going to read the other thing that he said. He said, bro, I'm a 34K Andy right now because y'all are blowing up with Camp Canute. Truly incredible stuff, by the way. Fuck you. It is I'm proud of them. They're doing great. Did you just leak? No, I didn't leak anything, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh no, the other thing is just another person that he mentioned. I'm not gonna fucking mention it. It's just stupid. It was a meme. Can't believe NMP older than you though. How is that hard to believe? What do you mean? Canute wants to do Camp Canute LA next. I told him to fucking cut. I told Canute to quit halfway through Camp Canute in Austin because he's gonna get bored. Okay. And to come to LA instead. This was before he even went to Austin though. When I saw him in Amsterdam, I was like, dude, fucking bail on Camp Canute halfway through and come do it in LA because you're gonna fucking hate being in Austin. And he was like, I do not think so. I do not think so. Have you covered the Vince McMahon stuff yet, Hasan? No. Anyway. Hasan actually yoinking? That would be the ultimate misgift maneuver. Are you kidding me? Misgift would have no choice but to respect that if that was the case. If I said Austin said on NP stream he's going to come to Austin next, you're going to come with him. Oh, dude. Oh, God, Austin. Oh, my God. What a fucking meta chaser, dude. The reason why he's not in here is because they're hitting fucking, 50K. That's why. He actually did raid you. Good. No, they're doing really great work. I really like what they're doing. I'm happy for them. And also on top of that, it's always great. As you guys already know, I advocate for working out all the time, and I think that if this gets more people to go out and work out and become the best version of themselves, that's a really great thing. Do you hate Misgift? Yes, of course. I do. No, he rated Tech Tone. Fuck you, Misgift. My birthday too. Oh, anyway, the only video that I saw was of the blonde girl. And there's another video that Andrew Tate posted of the same blonde girl where like that seemed like consensual BDSM. Some of these, on the other hand, do not look like consensual BDSM. But once again, it is hard to figure that out just by videos like this. But we also do know that in his background, he's very vocal about being abusive in general. You know what I mean? So it would not shock me if these were not consensual BDSM moments, but instead straight up fucking, acts of brutal domestic abuse and violence. Anti-Materia, thank you for the 15 gifted subs, by the way. And for those of you who were trying to debate for the top of the hour ad break, I already ran it earlier when I accidentally read a chatter who debated me. All right, let's continue. Sorry, this is trigger warning, domestic abuse, by the way. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't look like consensual at all, but here, I'm not even going to show you.
Tate said that a part of the video was cut out where they were laughing and joking, making him look bad. He also provided...
this blonde girl is the one that is consensual, for the record.
a video of the same girl and her response to the outrage on social media, leading people to believe that it was consensual.
You gonna do it again? Are you gonna do it like a man this time?
Yeah, this is the video I've seen.
Like a man this time. Last time I beat you
Pussy last time.
like a pussy. I beat you so bad, I've been called a woman beater all over the fucking country.
Well, to me that was like a pussy. You need to do it like a real man, or stop taking a belt off.
Regardless, Tate was increasing his reach. His social media started
Yeah, this
growing.
is the girl that said it was consensual, by the way. I did see this, and that was what I was. Could be damage control. Now, here's the problem, okay? Like, I'm not into BDSM myself personally, but I understand that it's a kink, and I understand that it can be done safely, okay? If you're going to fucking just shit on kinks in general right now, especially something like BDSM, which has, like, long and comprehensive educational material out there as it pertains to consent. These guys are literally, like, they are infinitely, people that do BDSM are infinitely more knowledgeable of consent than random Twitch chatters are who have never even had sex. So that is just the fact. Okay, yeah, they are. They're nerds about it. Now, having said that though, there are parts of this that is exploitative regardless of the BDSM. So people that hyper focus on the BDSM aspect of this fail to recognize that the BDSM part of it could be consensual, okay? Perfectly consensual. And then the other side that we know that he openly admits is not consensual would still be the problematic and fucked up part of it, which is taking 80% of their earnings, grooming them into doing sex work by dating them and then saying like you should become a sex worker. You know what I mean? That is the aspect that is fucked up. Not the BDSM shit. But some of you motherfuckers literally look at the shapes and colors and you fucking hyper focus on that. And that's silly. Okay? What if she's being compliant and agreeing because he is abusive? Like that is common in victims of abuse. Okay, dude. But that woman coming out and like talking about how he was hitting her like a pussy, like being bratty like that, which is a terminology that I'm using, not describing her being bratty. But that is consistent with like, you know, consensual BDSM. But there are plenty of elements that are not consensual or coercive in the way Andrew Tate deals with women in general. But I'm not going to sit here and find additional reasons as to why when a woman says like, no, this is consensual. I want this. I want to do this. I'm not going to turn around and be like, I don't believe the women in this instance. I love what chat will be like, believe all women until like a woman says something that they don't agree with. And then they're like, okay, I don't believe all women now, actually. It doesn't suit my agenda. And therefore, I don't believe this woman. Okay?
Slowly but surely, Twitter became his new vehicle to stay relevant, and the cam business was making him rich. The next major business move for the Tate brothers was cryptocurrency.
So I was buying Bitcoin when they were $3,000 with my webcam money. Tens of thousands of dollars of Bitcoin. My net worth would be half of what it is if I'd never invested in cryptocurrency. But at the time,
Of course they did, bro. Of course they did. Of course they fucking jumped over to the other incredibly... they just know. They know their audience. They know they can fucking farm dummies all day, every day with like vitriolic rhetoric and all those dummies and then sell them the dream that they're going to make a lot of money and then hit him with the fucking rug pulls and then move from one classic grift to the next. No, that's not Andrew Tate with hair. That's Andrew Tate's brother.
I didn't see it as an investment. I was in a world where the people I was dealing with took crypto. It was easier for me to take their crypto than to take big bank payments.
They didn't buy into crypto because they were savvy investors. They insinuated that the business people they were dealing with preferred to use an untraceable and encrypted payment method. Spending tens of thousands of dollars of Bitcoin led them to getting filthy rich, kind of by accident. For the next couple of years, Andrew casually flaunted his lifestyle on Instagram while being very openly supportive of Donald Trump and the MAGA community. He has been seen having dinners and meetings with famous right-wing journalists and politicians. Obviously, this made him a lot of enemies online and became the self-proclaimed king of toxic masculinity. However, he ran into a major problem that almost...
I love when people say, but Bitcoin is traceable. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, turns out it's like really good to still... you know, it's still really, really an effective means of doing shit like this.
destroyed his cam business. Tate owned a 10-bedroom house that became the workspace for these women. He kept food and alcohol in the house so that they could loosen up for work.
The girls used to drink, and this one girl drank too much wine. She threw up everywhere. I told her to clean up. She started giving me some attitude, so I took all her shit, threw out the window. Got her 2 arms, took her ass, put her outside my door.
The girl demanded that he pay her the 1,000 euros that she was owed, and he didn't. Then 3 months later, at 5 o'clock in the morning, the English police raided his house. They took $100,000 worth of electronics, computers, cameras, and phones, and opened an investigation on
Such a stupid fucking label to own. Yeah, I'm the king of racism. Get owned, libtard. Yeah, but unironically, it does work. Because there's plenty of people who are like, yeah, I love that.
him. Apparently, the woman just said that he hit her, and that prompted this raid.
Door comes off the hinges, boom, police bust in, fully armored, helmet.
However, every single...
Yeah, it's pretty funny that he was accidentally arrested for wage theft. Like, it's like Al Capone getting popped on tax evasion, you know what I mean? It's like all the other shit is, you know, he was just getting by and openly fucking... openly doing it and being like, I'm doing it the best. I'm grooming them. But then, like, the thing that is like, I'm sex trafficking is great. And then, like, the reason why he got fucking owned is wage theft.
Girl that was in the house defended Andrew and said that
you're just feeding him clout. Dude, it is physically impossible for me to feed this motherfucker more clout than he has, okay? This is addressing someone who already has the maximum amount of fucking clout so that people who are aware of him at the very least understand like how he made his money and what kind of a dude he is. Okay? Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
He did not hit her and that she was lying. The woman even admitted to lying about the situation, but it still took him 2 years and $450,000 in legal fees for the case to close and for him to not be charged with any crimes. This situation prompted his move to Romania, which was the ideal place for him to live for a few different reasons.
People say, why did you live in Romania? And I explain my 5 reasons. One of them is the Me Too era. They go, oh, well, you're a rapist. I say, no, I'm not a rapist. But I like the idea of being able to just say, to do what I want. I like being free. And I met a police chief, and I told him my story. And he said, well, in Romania, if she doesn't have proof of if she doesn't have physical evidence, then there's no progression. If she can't say, here's a red mark, or here's where he hurt me, there's no case. And there's word on word. And I said, that makes a lot more sense.
So Romania is absolutely corrupt, but it's a corruption that everyone can participate in. I would much rather live in a country that's corrupt, where I get stopped for speeding and I give them a little bit of money, than a country that's corrupt like America, which says it isn't corrupt. You have to be a billionaire and have a private jet and go to islands to get away with it.
Like, I say this exact same shit as Andrew Tate does, but like, my argument is, yeah, Romania is corrupt, Pakistan is corrupt, but so is America, and we should stop that corruption. This motherfucker was like, America's corrupt, just like Romania is, so I'm gonna go to Romania because it's cheaper to be the corrupt bad guy in Romania. Like, what the fuck? It's wild, dude. It is literally... Don't compare Romania to Pakistan, you fucking pleb. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Are you a racist Romanian who thinks like, oh, well, you know, Pakistan corruption is different. Why? Because it's brown people? Is that what you're saying? Like, my entire point is literally that, like, we look and orientalize Eastern nations, and we say, oh my God, in Pakistan, they do bribery. In India, they do bribery. That's fucked up. That's so corrupt. In America, we have codified that bribery in the form of corporate lobbying. Okay? This, for me, is an anti-corruption take. For me, I'm using this as an opportunity to describe to you that I don't like corruption, whether you have legalized it or not. Okay? But he looks at that and goes, no, it's like actually cheaper to be corrupt there. So like, I don't have to be fucking Bill Gates to you know, have my own little serfdom in Romania. I can just be Andrew Tate.
You know? Like, if you're going to be corrupt, which every nation on earth is, then let everyone play the game.
It seems like Andrew moved to Romania to participate in a corrupt society. His mindset is that all governments are corrupt. At least in this country, he can be a part of it. So he started a new life with new businesses in Romania. There isn't a ton of information about his businesses, and he obviously doesn't like to talk about them. However, he bought a bunch of land out there and now cultivates tobacco, which he intends on producing his own cigars. He also owns 10% of the RXF, which is basically like the Romanian UFC. Some of the fights, he and his brother Tristan do the English commentary.
I never dreamed I'd have that name called out at a fight.
What? If he's consistent, if nothing else, I have to give him that? Bro, he's consistently bad. Like, dude, what is wrong? I think internet debates have broken the minds of so many young men, especially, that they think, like, consistency means good. No, you can be, like, a consistently bad person, okay? Like, people be like, well, you know, Hitler, for all of his wrongdoings, was at least consistent about his evil. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? No principles, just moral consistency. Even if it's immoral. That's crazy.
I show that I was commentating, Andrew.
Around 2017, Andrew decided to ramp up his social media presence, taking to YouTube and Twitter to start sharing his thoughts on the world. The very first video, Andrew Tate on gun control.
My name's Andrew Tate. I'm the most knowledgeable human in the world.
That very first sentence set the tone for his YouTube career. He started posting vlogs to showcase his life.
Surprising. You did not just compare Tate to Hitler? No, man. I'm not talking about fucking Andrew Tate and Hitler as moral equivalents, you fucking dingus. I'm talking about people who, like, hyper focus on the consistency. Okay? God damn it. Why are debate lords the absolute worst at debates? I've never met a debate lord who loves being a debate pervert who actually is like, oh, I'm going to do it in a charitable way, actually. I'm going to be charitable. You know what I mean? It's just like, please, stop.
Lifestyle. Fast cars, women, traveling all over the world. But more notably, he started posting these short videos where he quickly speaks his mind on a variety of random topics. Why real men don't cry, alcohol, top 5 reasons you should never own a cat.
Wonder why he chose the reactionary avenue to further his grift. I wonder why grifters like Andrew Tate, which are very clearly grifters, right? I wonder why they don't, become socialists. I thought it was such a wonderful, target-rich audience of being a socialist grifter. And yet, for some reason, all these grifter motherfuckers are always hyper right-wing. How does that happen? You know? I really thought it was super simple. If you ask all my fucking haters, the easiest thing is to be a leftist grifter. Why is it that there are none of those guys? Just me. I'm the only leftist grifter. I do agree with the cat thing, though.
Basically, if you saw a Tate upload, you knew it was going to be a farce.
I'm a vegetarian and I don't eat gluten. Okay, have you achieved anything else in your life? Do you have any actual personality? Are you anything, or are you just a person who doesn't eat meat and doesn't eat bread?
And I hate when I tell people my story, my turbulent story, like, well, you know that air travel is the safest form of travel. Don't come at me with statistics, motherfucker. I know statistics. I do not like.
No, he doesn't. We know. Wait. Oh, he's been doing the anti-stat thing for a while, turns out. That's a classic. That's consistent.
And I hate personality. Are you anything, or are you just a person who doesn't eat?
He's just current day Dan Bilzerian, just switch out military with MMA, etc. No, I think he has, the difference between him and Dan Bilzerian is that I do think that he actually has, like, some level, like, there was a human being in there at some point, and he did actually achieve certain things at a certain point in his life, whether it be kickboxing or anything else, whereas Dan Bilzerian was, like, literally pumped up by his incredibly wealthy father from the jump. Like, Dan is all fluff, you know what I mean? I'll just tell you this much, okay? I'll tell you this much. I used to work out at Equinox, the one in Westwood Village, okay? And Dan Bilzerian literally would have hired models go to the gym with him. Like, he would go to the gym with 2 Instagram models that he pays to just go to the fucking West Hollywood Equinox. There's nobody there. West Hollywood Equinox is occupied by fucking literal salarymen, okay? It's not even like the cool Equinox. You're just going there because you want to get a fucking workout in. It's not nice. It straight up is not nice. It's like one of the least nice Equinoxes It is the one that you go to when you're in that same building. You're working 9 to 5 in that building, and you're like a mid-level marketing manager, and that's the way. It's like right there, and that's the reason why you're going there. And he would come in, standing fucking tall and proud, 5'3", okay, with 2 models that are taller than him to go stand next to him while he fucking ran on the treadmill.
Eat meat and doesn't eat bread. And I hate when I tell people my story, my turbulent story, like, well, you know that air travel is the safest form of travel. Don't come at me with statistics, motherfucker. I know statistics. I do not like, and I will never, ever wear headphones in public.
No, not the Gay Village Equinox. No, the West. That's the WeHo Equinox. That's West Hollywood. I'm talking about Westwood Village. Wait, did I say West Hollywood? I meant the Westwood Village Equinox, like the one the UCLA by the UCLA campus.
When you put your headphones in and you're walking down the street listening to your music, you are a target.
Some child is outside enjoying their life, playing with toys and smiling in the sunshine and having fun. I hate happiness. I hate happy children.
His over-abrasive delivery.
I mean, that's like half memes. What he's saying here
makes you wonder if he's just joking or not. These YouTube videos were designed to drive traffic to his website, TateShinkai.net, where he sold a course on how to get girls, a course on how to get in shape, a course on chess, a course on body language, and even a course on building your own webcam empire. Everything you would see from a typical YouTube guru. Over time, he started to move out.
And now you're trying to make yourself look better, lol, bro. Stop it, come on. What do you mean, make myself look better?
Outside of the pointless rants and into more serious topics.
My problem with that gentleman is not that he was black. My problem with that gentleman is that he pulled a machete and tried to kill someone in broad daylight.
Think that you, as a person, can save the West and be more powerful than all the information, Google, the media, all the external forces, all these people pushing for America's demise? You don't stand a chance. Because I'm a happy, contented individual. And all the people who sit there and tell me, you shouldn't be so arrogant, they're the people who are unhappy. You shouldn't be arrogant. You should be like me, a meek, humble piece of shit. Well, I don't want to be like you because you're a fucking loser.
What's interesting is that Andrew didn't talk much about women and relationships too much in the beginning of his YouTube career. Sure, he had a video here and there about his views, but most of his videos were focused on money, success, and the mindset to get there. However, these types of videos typically are associated with the YouTube pickup artist, the ladies' man. As time went on, Andrew's followers requested that he give advice on women, male and female roles, and how he's able to have success with women.
Girls run their mouth. I start beating the f out of them, not even having sex. They love it more than ever. They like it more. The less sex you have with them, the better.
I have nothing to talk to women about besides either sleeping with them or... Wait. Yeah, that's it. Men are trying to get laid, so they pretend to be friends with the girl, hoping that one day she'll get drunk enough and let them f her.
Obviously, his bold statements and opinions ruffled feathers. It was the type of content that attracted a lot of anti-women incels. But a lot of his fans...
Dude, it is the most, like, it is the easiest way to fucking skyrocket into superstardom, especially in an increasingly alienated society where there are no positive fucking masculine leaders in any fucking space, in any meaningful capacity. And all these dudes are so fucking rudderless, dude. They are rudderless ships, okay? And they're looking for a guy to, like, confirm their preconceived biases that they have, that they've built over basically a fucking decade of neglect and also entitlement and just this selfish desire and anger, too, that comes from not having society meet the expectations that they thought that they would reach. It's so fucking easy, man. It is so easy to just, like, literally be like, fuck women. Women are bad. Women are bad. My dad thinks you're a positive role model. I think I'm a positive role model. See, but then there's also this side, too. Positive and masculine are polar opposites. No, dude, that is so fucking stupid. Like, what are you talking about? Positive and masculine are polar opposites? Like, when you say dumb shit like that, you're literally pushing aside people, okay? No, you can. You can be fucking masculine and like a normal, positive human being. Okay? It's just so silly. Literally so much harder to look outside of yourself. So, like, why, when you can be mad and blame it on women? Yeah, I know. No, I do try to do that. I do try to do that, for the record. I do try to be a positive role model that is masculine.
see the truth in his statements despite his bold delivery. He started getting more attention from YouTubers like Mr. Gigi and Leon Lush, making commentary videos about him. Comedian Tom Segura and his wife Christina P would react to his videos very often on their podcast, with their reactions getting hundreds of thousands of views. However, that only helped him grow more. The War Room
Yeah, this is
launches.
what popped him off, for the record. Like, he didn't even have his own fucking personal accounts at the time. But that's what popped him off. Like, these people fucking platformed it as like a... Not even as like a lol cow or anything. Do you think you get angry too often? I do. Wait, is the fatherless men argument real? No, I think that a lot of dudes just don't have like positive male role models in their lives. I do. Or they just don't have positive role models in general. And there's a difference between like looking at his videos and being like, lol, this guy's so funny, haha, and what I did, which was try to arrive at like, or try to fucking mitigate the damage. You know what I mean?
The War Room is a global network in which exemplars of individualism work.
A lot of the male
free
YouTubers that do commentary with a feminist eye have like a 75+ female audience. It's a bummer. More dudes should watch them. Maybe there's a reason why more dudes don't watch them though. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a reason why a lot of dudes watch me, even though I also advocate for women's rights and women's wrongs. You know what I mean? That's it. And that also is the same fucking reason why I get canceled every goddamn week, because I'm a normal human being, okay? As normal as you can be, while still, you know, while living the life that I live. That's it. That's the issue. That is the issue. Because if you're fucking even remotely like problematic at certain points, or if you make jokes and sometimes it can be misconstrued, then people literally immediately want to shove that shit down your fucking throat. I have 10+ years of good nature from all of my advocacy that I continue to do. So people are like, even when people yell at me and they're like, oh, how dare you say this kind of thing, you can just like go back and look at a mountain of evidence that proves you wrong about what my fucking worldview is. A lot of people don't want to do that. Okay. A lot of people don't want to do that. They just want to fucking hate without looking at anything, right? They just want to be like, oh, no, he sucks. Other people said he's misogynistic, so I'm going to go along with that. Other people said he's racist, so I'm going to go along with that. But you can absolutely fucking look to, you know, the mountain of evidence that goes against your attitude in the form of like what I have advocated for, what I've raised money for, what I have spoke out against for many, many years. That expectation should not. That's a ridiculously high expectation, but that's a conversation for a different day. Like, you shouldn't get leeway and charitability only if you've done like 10 years of fucking advocacy. You know what I mean? Those bro videos on TYT take 5 off though, dude. You are such a fucking silly bitch, dude. Holy fuck, suck me, dude. Oh my god.
The
fucking
man.
Literally, I want to say so much more to you that I can't because the terms of service stop me. But you are a pathetic person, brother. Holy fuck.
From socially induced incarceration. In 2019, it only cost $500 to get in. Today, it costs $5,000 to get in. So who could possibly be in the network that would make
you
it
look
worth
hot with your nails painted, so argument invalid. Girls in baggy jeans, anyone who's real sincere, not sexist, homophobic, mixes gender stereotypes, arrive at that style they feel happiest in?
this much money? Well, there's author Bobby Dino and Iggy, master of spells and shadows. The War Room in Miami looked like some powerful congregations. It's pretty unclear as to what they actually do.
Making money is easy. You just take it from somebody.
It's kind of like a country club. You get next to other people with money, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee you success. The biggest and most notable business he is associated with are the 15 casinos he opened up in Romania. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, his casinos closed down just 3 months after they opened.
The first thing is I own some casinos in Romania. 3 brothers, mafia guys, they own 400 casinos throughout Eastern Europe. I came up to them and said, look, I want to do a franchise with you. They said, we're not interested in franchises. We have enough money. We just open them ourselves. We turn over 10 million euros a day. Why do I need your franchise? Eventually, I came up with a plan. I said, look, how about this? I'll open up your locations directly next to your biggest competitor. Worst case, the location doesn't pay any money, but at least it takes money from your competitor. I'll give you a percentage of turnover, so even if it doesn't make profit, you make money. I'll take all the financial risk.
I'm not sure what casinos they are, but just by a quick Google search, it seems like a ton are still closed in Romania. So he's been paying rent, and they haven't been open for potentially
Okay, that's sus as fuck, bro. That's like, No, that is incredibly sus, dude. The only way that that's a business is if you are the only way that that is a business is if that is a business for people to funnel, launder, if you will, ill-gotten gains that you don't want taxed or you don't want the government to know. Jesus Christ.
2 years. The pandemic impacted businesses around the world. Everyone was facing some serious financial pressure.
Allegedly.
So Andrew needed a way to come up with a new cash flow method. Hustlers University 2.0 was born. This was a no-nonsense crash course on how to
Essentially,
get rich.
that's a mattress store? Yeah, exactly. You said this man's RICO case would be an encyclopedia? No, bro. He's in fucking Romania. What RICO? You don't get fucking racketeering charges in Romania, brother. That's why he's in Romania.
Fast and be successful in business, taught by a multimillionaire.
In Hustlers University 2.0, we teach about fast money. I don't teach you how to save more money in a stagnant pool, because that's the way you're listening.
What's wild to me is that like most people that do shit like this wouldn't have such a public-facing figure. I think his narcissism will actually, or his narcissism routinely puts him gets him in trouble. If I were to predict the downfall of Andrew Tate, I would say that his own narcissistic desires to personally put himself at the forefront of all of these ill-gotten gains is going to end up harming him in the process. He's hiding in plain sight is very evident. No. He's just like me for real, dumb as fuck. Yeah, no, I don't see I don't see this being like smart. That's crazy. That is bro, if I openly were, talking about owning 45 fucking casinos and have openly talked about how I work with the Romanian mafia and shit on camera, like I would hope that you wouldn't be working with the Romanian mafia and saying that at the same time. You know what I mean? Hasan only reads sub chatters. Yeah, famously so. And never gray names.
If you do that, you're always going to be poor.
Hustlers University and the War Room seem to provide the same information as to how to make money online. The War Room just hosts meetings in the physical world and costs $5,000.
We help people get multiple passports and multiple residencies, multiple bank accounts, because I believe your number one priority as the world reopens should be getting as many passports and residencies as possible, because slavery is absolutely coming to the world.
The university costs $50 per month and will teach you 18 modern wealth creation methods to get rich quick. These methods are so that you can escape the matrix.
So any form of oppression no longer applies to me. I can't be canceled. My finances are secure. I've escaped.
Bro, this is existed throughout time, right? Like these get rich quick schemes and like these cons by con men have existed throughout time, and it will continue to exist. But as capitalism arrives at its like latest dystopian figure, and people start recognizing the inherent contradictions, but don't have a way to adequately communicate their anger, and don't realize who the real villains are, and don't recognize the terms of their own oppression, a lot of this kind of shit is going to pop the fuck off. Inevitably. Of course. You're mad, you're working at a fucking dead-end job, you're working for someone else, you're getting fucked all day, every day, and then someone tells you you are getting fucked every day, but you can escape it. Okay, how can you escape it? Not by organizing your workplace, not by fucking making meaningful gains that will leave a better future for the generation after you that you might not even see the reap the rewards of, but by literally fucking scamming as well. Everyone's scamming, and you should scam too. And that is how you become profoundly wealthy, really. I mean, it totally makes sense. It totally fucking makes sense. You can escape it. Just give me $50 and you can escape it. And not many will, obviously. Not many are going to escape it. Maybe one person will. And then all of a sudden now you have someone that you can point to, be like, this guy escaped it. So can you. Yeah, most people know they're getting fucked. They just don't know by who. Yeah. Andrew Tate absolutely understands how bad capitalist exploitation is. He unironically has a kind of dialectical materialist outlook on this stuff, but he, instead of inspiring in the build socialism, he's like, nah, let me be the top G exploiter. Well, he's using that as a... People like Tony Robbins and people like Deepak Chopra, they understand the human condition very well. They understand the systems of oppression very well. That's why they're incredibly adequate speakers and incredibly adequate con men. I think he gets that too. He understands the structures of oppression, the structures of exploitation. But basically, he uses that as an opportunity to improve his own bank account, pretty much, right? The kid on Discord called, joined Hustlers U, and a couple weeks later he bought a Rolly. Case closed. Yeah.
The Matrix. And when I talk about the Matrix, it primarily applies to men because men are the backbone of the slave force.
In order to effectively promote this business, he needed to take to social media. Andrew realized producing his own content was too limiting. He needed to collaborate with people who already had followings and platforms. He shows up, talks shit, entertains people, and promotes his course. So he does a media tour. Some key podcasts that helped him were the Fresh and Fit podcast, who are known in what is called the Manosphere, which is a group of content creators who have very strong opinions on men and women gender roles. They typically admire and praise the traditional way of male and female dynamics. Man works, pays the bills, women raises the kids. Fresh and Fit are probably the biggest and most culturally relevant of all the podcasts in this media tour. They absolutely obsessed over Tate, fawned over him. Now 3 of their biggest podcast episodes ever are with Andrew, and he got adopted by that community. Another one that helped him a lot was Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, where Tom was genuinely laughing at Tate's jokes and genuinely agreeing with his ideals. Tom praised his comedy, which is a huge cosign from a professional stand-up comedian.
You're so rich, but you're smart, and you're actually very intelligent, and I know you'd get really bored of a robot. And I'm sitting
They
there
even
thinking,
teach it to people in an effort to make them happier about it. Tony Robbins describes alienation perfectly and fills dead air with nonsense about convincing yourself it is good.
bitch, I wish to God you were a robot.
What?
You're so rich, but you're smart, and you're actually very intelligent, and I know you'd get really bored of a robot. And I'm sitting there thinking, bitch, I wish to God you were a robot. You better shut the fuck up. We talk about star signs? Oh yeah, I'm so glad. Tell me more about Sagittarius rising. So I've had this argument with a feminist before. She's like, oh well, we've never tried matriarchies. We've only tried patriarchies, blah blah blah. And I said, listen, bitch.
Some people thought this
they
was
were clowning on him for years, but then they like do this, and then they come across buddy buddy, and if it's not a contentious experience, then you're basically saying to your audience that like you kind of agree with what he's doing, or at the very least saying that like at the very least you're basically stating that his ideas are at most laughable and not like dangerous. You know what I mean?
all a character. Some people hated him for his abrasive and misogynistic takes, and some people praised him for being the ultimate alpha male. The combination made him an unstoppable force. His follower counts were rising significantly. In December,
UNCW, which is why Chad was so mad. Yeah, remember when I had Christian Walker on and then I famously agreed with everything he said, especially when he was like talking about transphobia and just like laughed at it instead of like a very weird take to hear from a dude that welcomed Christian Walker into his home. The difference between Andrew Tate and Christian Walker, Andrew Tate back then was benefiting from a much larger platform, whereas Christian Walker already had one. Secondly, when Christian Walker started talking about transphobic bullshit, I quickly put him in his place. And you guys are too stupid to understand that because you're brain-dead leftist fucking losers. And unfortunately, when you're a brain-dead leftist fucking loser, you are literally allergic to any kind of contentious conversation. That's the problem. And I don't want 12-month subscribers like you in this community. I would rather have someone who is at the precipice of understanding leftism than one who thinks they are high and mighty and above it all because they fucking learned everything. Felix literally said, I agree with you after everything he said and signed 2 character witnesses. Yeah. So that's the thing. I don't like you. I want you to understand, 1, I don't know you, and 2, I actually despise people like you. I say this quite frequently. If you're new here and you push back against Christian Walker plenty, but people act like you couldn't literally convince him to change that he wants, yeah. For people that are new here, understand that I am not like the leftist personality that other people have hyped up, or other people have like cut out of context. When there are absolutely people on the left that are just straight up like, I don't want any kind of pushback. I don't want you to even fucking recognize that like racist people exist or transphobic people exist, all that sort of shit. If you are the type of person who literally comes in here and then thinks that they can fucking complain endlessly about who I've chosen to debate, I will put you in your place. If you are the kind of person who comes in here and says things like, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't allow any kind of intolerance or any kind of bigotry to even be addressed in any capacity, even in an educational manner, I will destroy you. I don't want you in here. This is not a space for you. You have every right to look for a safe space. This is not as safe as a space as you want it to be. Okay? Motherfucker comes in here, gray name, says no one cares. There's 42,526 people in the chat right now. Once again, haters proving that they quite literally are delusional. Anyway, so understand that, okay? You've been doing a lot of chat cleanup lately, lol? No, I haven't really been banning a lot of people. I used to ban way more people back in the day. So just remember that, okay? When I'm talking about I'm not like the other guy's energy, well, with your mom, I am like the other guys that also have sex with your mom. So yeah, like I said, if you want to understand what my worldview is like, I do believe that everyone has the capacity to grow and change and, you know, unlearn previous things that they were misinformed on. Okay? I also have a pretty open door policy in the chat, as you have probably recognized. I'm one of the only content creators on this platform with this large of an audience that routinely talks to the chat. So if you're the type of person that recognizes that and sees that and wants to learn, and you write something in the chat, don't be a smarmy little dickhead. If you're the type of person who's like, I'm narcissistic and I'm going to use this as an opportunity to fucking derail the stream for 40,000 other people that are watching, then I'm going to permanently ban you. You can go and complain on Reddit about how fucking I hate pushback or anything like that. But, you know, the reason why I'm banning you is because you're annoying. It's interesting the kickback you got with Christian Walker and not other bigoted people. It's because a lot of fucking annoying, at the time, a lot of annoying left adjacent or people that personally consider themselves or promote themselves as leftist content creators recognized that there was blood in the water and they wanted to strike while the iron was hot and say that I did a poor job specifically so that they could eat into a piece of the audience that I had created. And it worked really well because a lot of people do love debates, no matter how much they say they hate debates. Anyway, let's continue.
For 2021, he had 6,000 students paying him $50 per month on Hustlers University, $300,000 per month. That's not bad. Today, he has 110,000 students paying $50 per month. That is $5.5 million per month, $66 million per year, all profit. He says this course isn't about money. It's just him genuinely trying to better people's lives. He says, I already have money. I don't need money. It's the perfect sales pitch. Now, nobody who signs up will think they're getting scammed. He said his brother makes about $300,000 per month on his OnlyFans management business. His 15 casinos have a ton of overhead costs. On top of being closed for 2 years, they would have to be in the heart of Las Vegas to pull anywhere near $1 million per month. His online course is more than likely his most successful business he has ever built. This course was all built on the idea of getting rich like him, and he was rich before, but $300,000 per month and $5 million per month are way different levels. Now he is filthy rich. So am I suggesting he made millions off
This debate purpose, you didn't watch the video regurgitating the whole, but yeah, Hasan didn't go into the philosophical depth of what a woman is. Yeah, no, it's people that didn't actually watch the original content or the debate, and just watched another person's, personally motivated, and I would say vindictive analysis of the debate, and that's what they are regurgitating in the chat. Anyway. He made money getting paid to go on podcasts. No, I think. Will you debate Andrew Tate again? Yes. I will.
Of podcast appearances? Well, not exactly, but he did make a very key change in his approach that changed everything. He instructed the members of the War Room to blow him up on social media. This is how. He went on as many podcasts and talk shows as he possibly could. While he was there, he performed. He told his members to clip as many segments as they could, edit them up a little.
He basically does the HasanAbi Industrial Complex, but to promote his... he basically does the HasanAbi Clips Industrial Complex, but basically he does that to promote his multi-level marketing scheme. That's it.
A little bit. Make an Andrew Tate page on TikTok, YouTube, or whatever social media, and post the clips as if it was him posting. The clips constantly went viral because of how polarizing he is.
Yeah.
Andrew has an official YouTube and official Instagram, not even a Twitter anymore. Some students have TikTok accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers from simply clipping his podcast appearances. In their bio of their pages, they will have an affiliate link to the Hustlers University.
There it is. Bingo. Inorganic HasanAbi Industrial Complex that he uses to spread his scam, except he tells people to do it instead of people doing it out of love for him and his content. Well, the reason why people do it for me, is because, like, one, they like what I have to say and they want more people to hear it, and two, because they make all the fucking revenue off of it. Like, I don't have an affiliate marketing link. You know what I mean? I don't need to do that. If you want to edit my shit, I already have released my IP. You can go ahead and do it. Okay? You can go ahead and do it in the exact same way, right? And many people have. And there are so many channels. There are so many channels that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, millions of fucking views, right? With millions of fucking views of people that are either editing the clips or quite literally, verified channels, or quite literally just like straight up posting certain segments of the stream. Okay. The reason why they do it is because that there is a profit incentive for them, as well as because they like the content and they want other people to see it. The fact that you allow other clip channels of you is incredibly generous and chill. Yeah, I don't have an issue with that. Just talk to Tate fanboys before talking to Tate. I think it'd be interesting to hear what he's planting in people's minds prior to doing a full-on debate. No, I don't want to fucking waste time with that. You know? Here, for those of you who don't know what the HasanAbi Clips Industrial Complex is, it's this.
Save me a slice. That's good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's... All right, that's good. Okay. All right, okay, all right. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's enough slices!
Yeah, which is why I want to do that on TikTok as well. I want to read something. Do you have any book tips? No. Chapo, Trion, and Cumtown, let them be too, since they all rake in so much on Patreon. I just got introduced to you through those clip channels. They are really useful in spreading messages across social media. Look, the way I see it is I'm live and making 8 to 10 hours of content every day. I can't cut all that. You know what I mean? I cut the best parts and put it on my own YouTube page, as you guys know, right? Here it is. HasanAbi, hopefully, you know, for my birthday, maybe we'll reach 1 million subscribers eventually. That would be nice. Okay. But like, that's only 1 to 2 clips, maybe 3 clips from 8 hours that I want to look a certain way. Okay. It's not going to happen for all 8 hours. I could, but I don't want to do that. That's too much work. So if you want to make money off of it, then you can. If you want to spread the message, you can. It's the piracy principle. Piracy actually increases sales as more people are willing to try. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Straight up, wouldn't be here without the HasanAbi Clips Industrial Complex. Yeah. So, would you agree that having a leftist audience is way harder, and that's why there's so many more successful right-wing influencers? Yes, it is infinitely harder because leftist audiences are fucking cringe and annoying for the most part. And it is a everyday challenge to make sure that all these different uniquely competitive ideologies and uniquely combative ideologies come under one umbrella of anti-capitalism. And you know, there's always going to be issues because leftists love to fucking act like minor disagreements on how to accomplish the overarching same goal is literally deadly. That's part of the way. That's part of the reason why I moderate the way that I do. Anyway, but that's also part of the reason why I want to make sure that we have play the fucking video. My God, man, you can go watch it on your own. It's Patrick CC's video. Part of the reason why I also want to do HasanAbi Industrial Clip Complex on TikTok as well.
Course. If someone signs up through their link, they get 10% of the first month sign-up fee, which is $5. So thousands of students are reposting his content, getting hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of views, absolutely flooding every algorithm on every social media with videos of him, making him insanely famous. Then when they get that attention, they use it to promote his course, in which they make $5 one time, and he makes $45, then $50 a month every month after. Literally all these people are grinding for him for maybe a $5 sign up. And if nobody signs up, Andrew still benefits because his fame and relevance is skyrocketing.
And for the record, that is how multi-level marketing works, right? You have to put upfront money to be able to get other people to sign up for it. And that upfront cash that you're posting, it's 25, not 5. Yeah, it's not 10%, it's 50% apparently. But basically, okay, the upfront capital that you're putting forward is the main driver of revenue in that situation. And that's what the business is. That's what the business actually is all about.
I said before, 110,000 signups, $5 million per month. His plan is working exactly the way he wanted it to.
And you're existing inside of a system which is deliberately rigged to make the rich richer and for the poor to stay poor.
Yeah.
And for the record, it is exactly like Elon Musk's rise to fame as well, except Elon Musk also has a product, obviously. But Elon Musk has been able to get a lot of people to purchase fucking stock prices of Tesla. So now they also have financial incentive to stan him. They might have stanned him beforehand because of his carefully manufactured, heavily marketed frame. Okay, he's a brand, right? He's like, oh, real life Tony Stark. But the other reason that his like standum is on fucking crack is because they own stock prices of Tesla, so they're now financially tied to his success. Carefully crafted image, yeah.
The average amount of money the person makes in their first month is only $300. Doesn't matter. It costs you $50 to join. After 3 months, $150 commitment, the average amount of money created by each individual is over $1,800.
So his modern making money fast techniques lead to an average of $300 in the first month, a whopping $250 profit in 30 days. That's $8.
Industrial complex member here. You have unironically given me full-time income and shaped my politics. Prior to this, I had no job prospects. I'm profoundly grateful. Thank you for everything, Hasan. Yeah, there you go.
Per day or $1 per hour, and after 3 months you'll average $1,800. That's $1,650 profit. Jump up to $18 per day or $2.25 per hour.
You can't just save money in a stagnant pool. You need to learn how to get fast money.
First month is only $300.
And buy the right things quickly.
First month is only $300.
So you can buy more.
So according to his averages, working at McDonald's is a 7 or 8 times faster money-making method than his course. If you try to do any research on what the course entails, it's all videos of other people who are saying positive things about the course, so that
this is the worst part about it, is that even if you wanted to like look into what the fuck the Hustlers University was, then you literally can only arrive at videos that promote it because they are financially incentivized to have you join Hustlers University from their affiliate links.
People sign up using their affiliate link and they get paid. So we don't really know how valuable the information is inside the course. He was arrested. On April 11th, 2022, the Romanian police responded to an alleged kidnapping that 2 women were being held against their will in Andrew Tate's house and being forced into sex. One of those women was American. The police were alerted by officials of the U.S.
Bouncing on my boy's affiliate link. Yep.
Embassy in Romania. The brothers were arrested, the house was searched, but nothing really happened and they were released. The report says that there is an ongoing investigation looking into a potential human trafficking case with these men. The Tate brothers said that the American girl's boyfriend got jealous that she was at their mansion, and he called the cops lying, saying that she was held against her will.
I get about 50 to 100 DMs on Instagram a day from women.
Yeah, please kidnap me.
Hot women.
Please.
Will you kidnap me? Smiley face.
Tate fans say, well, if they were actually doing those crimes, then they would be in jail. Whereas other people point out that a human trafficking investigation could take many, many years to conduct. Some people think he's guilty because of his suspicious ways of recruiting women to work for his cam business, on top of Tate's
love bombing. Bro, it's not... Please don't devalue grooming by just using the term love bombing. Oh my God. Bro, this man has already openly admitted that he pays the police off or could pay the police off, that he's working with the fucking Romanian mafia. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I do see what's going on here.
Convenient reasons why he wants to live in Romania.
So Romania is absolutely corrupt. It's a corruption that everyone can participate in.
Say, no, I'm not fucking this. But I like the idea of being able to just say to do what I want.
Laws don't really apply to you. If they made a law in the UK I was unhappy with, I'd just leave. And if they made a law in Romania where I live I'm unhappy with, I would just leave.
One thing that Andrew Tate is not is dumb. He knows how to sell the dream. He knows how to say things that people want to share. And
most importantly, he knows how to present himself. A lot of like the idiotic shit that he says is unironically tailored for the idiotic people that he wants to scam. Okay? There's a lot of stupid people out there, guys. Okay? There are a lot of stupid people out there. Smart people are not buying into a fucking multi-level marketing scheme. Do you understand? Dumb people are buying into a multi-level marketing scheme, which is why he can get away with being like, yeah, empirical evidence is stupid. Imperial evidence is stupid. Like, that motherfucker, he knows better. He knows better. That's why you're constantly second guessing yourself. If you're like a relatively intelligent person, when you watch someone like Andrew Tate, you're like, what the fuck? Is this dude real? Is this dude for real? Is he? He's joking, right? He must be joking. And there are moments of like self-awareness where you do recognize that he's joking because he is purposely crafting an image of himself that is so fucking ridiculous. But that works, and that is deliberate, okay? It is. It straight up is. Like, the whole idea of like constantly fucking talking about how he has all these cars and all these like fucking women throw themselves at him, all this shit. Like, actually confident people don't have to do that. Like, he has insecurities, that much is true. But he's also doing all of that because he is basically a beacon for every fucking dumbass. He's put up a sign that says, dumbass is welcome, okay? He's like the American police force. He's like the NYPD. If your IQ level is over a certain point, need not apply, okay? No, that's too high. We don't want you in here. We can deny you the right to a fucking job. You have tested too high on the fucking IQ test. You can't be a cop. Same shit with Andrew Tate. He's like, he wants dumb people. Dumb people see the top of the hour ad break at the top of every hour. Smart people, on the other hand, subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or by getting gifted a sub. I'm just kidding. Okay, there are other illicit methods that smart people can use as well, like living in a country that doesn't serve ads, or other things that I am no longer allowed to say on this platform, even though I said it for years. If you've been on the internet, you should know what those methods are. Thank you, Gizmo Max and Mayday Era, for the 5 gifted subs, allowing 10 people to no longer see the ads. You can also use the Twitch Prime, which is by connecting an Amazon Prime account to a Twitch account. You get 1 free Prime subscription a month. I feel like just calling people stupid is oversimplifying. They're deluded because of the pressures of capitalism. No, there is stupidity there too. There's plenty of fucking... I mean, you don't have to be... The grift that he is tailored, the grift that he has created isn't not... It is preying on vulnerable people, certainly. Here's the 1 minute ad break now, by the way. But immediate threat, thank you for the 5 get the subs. But it's certainly preying on, you know, it's tailor-made for silly people, okay? EJ 3 stacks, thank you for the 10 give the subs.
There's a lot of truth in his statements. He's had constant viral videos talking about how governments manipulate and control people, how they put lies into citizens' heads and create false realities. The Matrix.
The most valuable thing on the planet today is human capital. Even the people at the very, very top echelons of life, all they care about is controlling people.
The only way to escape the Matrix is to follow him.
Which is pretty funny because, like, that's what he's doing. like, oh, yeah, the only thing that rich people care about is controlling people. It's like, motherfucker, you're doing that, though. Like...
And do what he says. He studied exactly what he claims the Western world does. He understands it, and then implements those exact strategies he claims to loathe directly back to the people that love and support him. So now they are controlled by his Matrix. But remember, Andrew Tate is never satisfied.
It was good, but you know, like, I don't ever feel like I'm satisfied. Food means nothing when you're rich. It's too cheap.
Any man who sits and says that sex is great or sex is fun just clearly hasn't had enough sex, because sex is boring. Sex is a chore.
He's so...
Oh, dude, ace visibility. My man. Didn't realize that, dude. My man's got the ace flag right behind him. The sad thing about people who invest in Hustlers University and post his clips are that people literally pay bosses the same thing they're paying to do. Yeah. Kettle calling the teapot black or however the fuck that saying goes.
Rich. He doesn't even get fulfillment from food. Money means nothing. He said it over and over again. He wants to conquer.
We are obsessed with power.
I get more and more powerful. You don't want money, you want power.
The only thing left for you to decide is if he's really trying to better the lives of others and allow them to escape the Matrix. Is he using the same exact brainwashing tactics the elite use on his own followers and living life like a reckless mafia boss? Or is this all just one long scheme for him to make another dollar and cure his boredom?
Because I'm not built to live a normal existence. I can't do it. I couldn't just have a kid with some girl and sit at home and work a little bit and relax. I've never relaxed my entire life. I don't know what relaxing is. It's just not.
The funny thing is, like, Chatter also pointed this out, but, like, he's such a misogynist that he doesn't even enjoy having sex with women. Like, in a weird way, he's like, yeah, sex isn't even fun. You know, after all, you have to spend the company and time with a woman, and women are fucking awful.